You know what? We'll go all the way then. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Atlanta Falcons draft show. I'm your boy, Lieutenant Dan, here in 2024 NFL draft lead-up show. Man, are we in a time right now, Falcons fans. This has been a whole year of preparation, watching film, dissecting players, preparing big boards, and we've got a really interesting show for you today because I've got some, well, let's just put it this way, I've got some really interesting stuff to bring up for you guys. I've been cooking on some things. I've been cooking on some things and I've been excited about it. And yeah, let's pull up some of our stuff that we've got like kind of going on here, and I'm gonna share this with you guys so you guys can kind of take a look at what we're doing here and how we're putting it together. Let's see here. There we go. So we've got this all set up. So let's go to our live screen and let's add I guess whatever, we can do that. Literally, I think we can do like this. Oh, that's not where I want it, folks. There we go. We have the 2024 draft tracker that we were working on this week. Christopher Sanders, Chris Edwards, Mario Jackson, Blizz818, Jason Turner, all in the building. What's going on, y'all? Rise up, stay grounded. Hope you're all doing well today. We've got our entire spreadsheet here prepared for everyone who has had a visit with us, who's been local with us, who's been a top 30 visit, who we've had interest in and have worked out and met in the combine or whatever it's going to end up being. And we've got all of that set up here for you guys. Terrence Holmes, what's going on, my man? Rise up, stay grounded. What do we want, Falcons fans? What do we want? We are T-minus 1 hour away from the NFL draft starting, and probably a solid almost 2 hours away until the Atlanta Falcons actually get to specifically draft at this point. But want to go over some of the prospects, and then also kind of go over some of the possibilities for us coming up. So let's just turn this down just a tad bit, and let's go over some of these prospects today. The Falcons quarterbacks have been a dominant point of discussion when it's come to the Atlanta Falcons, and then the Falcons obviously enter into the Kirk Cousins situation, and boom, they have Kirk now as the Falcons quarterback at least for 2 years based on the contract. So you have Jaden Daniels on a combine discussion, Drake May, J.J. McCarthy. It gets really interesting when you talk about Spencer Rattler, who is kind of one of those dark horse candidates, kind of trained behind a Kirk Cousins, and then try to, maybe this is someone, a flyer you can kind of put on. But this is a guy that they have a top 30 visit for. And you don't usually see a team like Atlanta waste a top 30 visit on something that is most likely going to be obtainable maybe in second round, third round, and especially in a position that's going to be back up to a quarterback that you're starting. You don't usually do something like that, especially with that type of situation. But with a combine visit as well as a top 30 workout, I mean, it's very plain to see that the Falcons have some interest there. Bo Nix, combine, Michael Penix Jr., a private workout, a top 30 visit, and a combine. In total for that particular group there. Let me see if I can actually get this a little bit closer for you guys so you can see some of the stuff going on in here. I'm sorry for straining people's eyes. We've got Darren Granger from Georgia State. Anybody want to clear up that one for me in the chat? I'd love to hear what anybody has to say about that one in specific. Local Day came in, was able to do some local work right before. Caleb Williams we met with at the Combine, obviously going number 1 overall, but it's still interesting to see kind of what the Falcons are looking for their quarterbacks. And Davius Richard, North Carolina Central, at the Hula Bowl. Then we go into running back. The Falcons have had top 30 visits with Kentucky's Ray Davis and Marshall's Rasheen Ali. Reese White and Anthony Grant, both for the local. I have not watched this kid, Vita from Troy, yet. I want to get an opportunity to look at him after the fact. And then Austin Jones, apparently there's been some interest brewing, and the Falcons potentially picking him up and just kind of interested in him. Falcons, no real major wide receivers to talk about. I mean, Vlad McConkey was not even at the Combine, something that they looked at. They looked at him at his local tryout for the Falcons. And then everyone else here looks to be very late round except for Anthony Mitchell, who was a interest level. I forgot to put that in. And Malik Washington, who was also an interest in. So they've got 2 interests in for Adonai Mitchell and Malik Washington, but Adonai Mitchell's looking to be a top second round selection for you. Malik Washington maybe fringe second into that third range. Cole Beck was at a local day. I forgot to put that in as well. Was not 100% finished. Tip Ryman, blocking tight end, secure hands but not super athlete. Probably going to be a day 3 guy. They are very, very interested in him and bringing him in for a top 30 visit. Falcons fans, what are we thinking, man? What are we thinking through some of the offensive guys that we've just seen here? Troy Fatanu on a top 30 visit. I think that Satoa from Utah, who is projected to be a potential guard / tackle, is another interesting option. You have it doesn't seem like the Falcons were really into putting out too many feelers. Defensively, you have Marshawn Nealon at defensive end, Jared Verse at the top 30 visit. Dallas Turner also got a top 30 visit. But then you have Leal Latu at the Combine. They talked to him. They had a little discussion there, and then they just said bye. We know what we know. It's interesting. They had to see more things about the guys that are in here than others who are also at the same level or are higher. I mean, Braylon Trice, I mean, maybe you don't really need to know much about Braylon Trice because the head coach is now your defensive coordinator. So, you know, it's interesting. It's interesting. Not much movement with the defensive tackles. Byron Murphy is the big name there. Linebacker, they have Dallas Turner listed as linebacker and defensive end. So, you know, you're going to have your best linebacker there as Dallas Turner. I haven't really watched a lot of these dudes in this linebacking class. This is a poor linebacking class in general. Corner, Terrion Arnold, obviously, Quinyon Mitchell, Nate Wiggins, Chris Abrams, Drain. I mean, it's Kool-Aid McCrinskey. They've got all the big names up there in the corner position. And look, as you can tell, there's major interest here. Talks at the Combine, top 30 visits, virtual visits for some of the guys in the later rounds. And then safety. Obviously, you've got a couple of really interesting names right here. Kalen Bullock and Jamal Hill, who I like both of those guys. I've actually seen their play. And that's kind of the main squeeze right now. That's the main. So, yeah, I'm excited. We also have a little bit of a competition that we're going to be having tonight. Every pick that I get wrong, I am going to take a hit from the good old stash of goodness, or take a sip of beer. So we'll see how that goes. And if I get a pick right, I am not punished in any way, shape, and form. Also, we will open this up to donos and things. So if you guys do any donos, super chats, if you follow the channel and or you subscribe or anything like that, then we'll put in a couple of rules there for that as well. So I'm excited, man. This is going to be fantastic. Whew. There's my major intro there. That was all the information that I could possibly give to you guys. Jack Savage, what's going on, dude? Good to see you, buddy. Gonna try to shut this epic music off. Crystal Child of God, what's going on? Good to see you in the chat. Hey, yo. Is everybody ready for this draft? I don't know. Is everybody ready? Okay. Cooper DeJean. What do we think about Cooper DeJean? Anybody in here really talking about Coop like that? Huh? What are you doing? This is why I need a manager. Thank you, manager. Mrs. Lieutenant Dan here as a producer and manager for this group, keeping us afloat. Cooper DeJean, is he a safety or is he a corner? That's the real question I think we need to start asking ourselves in mocks like this before the real thing happens. Is Cooper DeJean a safety or is he a corner? Does he have the ability to take people on the sideline? And I struggle with that. I struggle looking at it that way. I really do. Everybody is here pretty much to talk Falcons football, so make sure you guys share this out on X, Twitter, whatever you guys have for social media, Facebook, Instagram. Help out your boy. Let's get 100 likes tonight. 100. You then we can get a lofty, heavy dose of 100 likes. There's no way, right? I don't think it's possible. So we've got Adam Schefter and company currently talking about what are the Falcons the spot for Michael Penix Jr. And if the Falcons end up taking Michael Penix Jr. at 8, I will have questions to ask. I just don't know if you really want to go ahead and get into this whole Michael Penix Jr. bit. If you're the Atlanta Falcons, maybe you want to. If you're the Atlanta Falcons, you need to relax. Especially if you're thinking quarterback at 8. There. Let me know if that's too loud. But we're really talking about, like, hey guys, I'm going to go and take this quarterback, sit him behind Kirk Cousins. He's already going to be 25 next year. By the time he's actually playing, he's playing in his quote-unquote prime. And then you get him basically only in his prime, also with knee injuries. But, I mean, I guess if you get 10 years of dominance with him, or 8 years of dominance with Michael Penix Jr., and you get 2 Super Bowls out of it, you know, you're going to take that shot, right? That's the same question with Leia Latu. I'm saying that wrong. I know I am. I'm sorry. But Latu is that guy. Like, defensively, he is the best in this draft class compared to all the other guys that are currently in that class. But none of those guys are currently top 5 selection worthy process-wise guys. Like, oh my gosh, we're all talking about them being in the top selections because that's how good they are. We're not having that discussion right now. Definitely not having that discussion right now. So it makes it intriguing because it's like, well, okay, I guess if, you know, Michael Penix Jr. is the guy, like, that's it, you know? If Michael Penix Jr. is the most valuable player on your board, I guess you're taking him at 8 because you're not. I don't know if you're getting him second round. I don't think you are. I don't think you are. But that's just me. Caleb Williams going 1. Everybody's gonna be woo excited and wow and re. And then the draft will actually start. What is Washington going to do? They have a selection of 2 different quarterbacks. They're feinting that they like 3 different guys. They taking dudes to, you know, Chili's and Topgolf to look at who these guys are. Like, they need to be real. They need to be real with themselves. I'd really like that. I would. Yikes. Like, that group is something else. That group is something else. But it just makes you wonder. It's like, okay, if the zig versus the zag happens at the top and something crazy like Terrion Arnold goes really high, or Dallas Turner or Jared Verse, a defensive player goes in a spot where everybody thought that an offensive player is going to end up going, it's going to mess this draft up real bad. Because this is a volatile draft. You have probably from 6 to like 10 wanting to try to get out of their spot right now. By the way, you guys are more than welcome to ask any questions or comment in the chat side over here. I would really like that. And we can answer your questions and whatnot. Jack Savage and Young King, what's going on, y'all? Music too loud. Okay, thank you. Is that where we need to be? Let me know in the chat, y'all. Help a brother out. Keaton Call, what's going on, dude? Rise up, stay grounded. What is happening? Once we get to playing this game tonight and we get to guessing the selections, then I'll start revealing some of my big board and kind of like my thought process here. But I think I have Michael Pratt a much higher. Much higher. I think I'm going to have Michael Pratt probably like just below Bo Nix. Maybe even contending above Bo Nix. Falcons fan 408. What's going on, my man? Rise up, stay grounded. Hope you're doing well, brother. So who in this group wants a Latu selection and who in this group wants a Dallas Turner selection? Type 1 for Latu, type 2 for Dallas Turner. Third place in World of Tanks? That's what's up. Man, nothing motivated me more than watching the NFL draft every year and hoping that be me, and now I'm here, says Marvin Harrison Jr. Gonna time the delay. Oh, we got a delay. Okay. Twos. Dallas Turner snobs. Bunch of Dallas Turner snobs. That's all you guys are. That's what it is. Let me see if it has anything to do with that. Winoverse. I just feel like they're looking for an archetype. I feel like they're looking for an archetype. To me, it really does feel like that. Like they're looking for an archetype linebacker, edge guy, a guy that can put his hands in the dirt for a 43 if they want to go to some type of coverage look, or can drop back into some form of coverage or be able to spy or whatnot, and has the ability to go in and knock a guy down. I think that's probably why I prefer Latu over Dallas Turner, because that's the guy that has, maybe he's not the most complete linebacker, but he has the most complete coverage when it comes to also having much better pass rushing ability, and his speed and power is heavily underrated compared to a lot of guys out there. So just personally me, but I'm in it. I'm in it. I'm in the Latu frame. I'm in the Latu, and I am currently in the Latu / Turner grouping. Why is my mic so low? Hold on one second. No, it's at 50. Okay. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Huh? There's got to be a reason why this is so low, right? Hmm. Trying to figure out why it sounds so low. Is it me? Is it just me? Technical difficulties, y'all. Yeah, but it's not about him playing at UCLA. It's about him. He played at Washington, then played at UCLA, and even though there was supposedly an issue with his medicals, it didn't it didn't hurt him. It's just so weird. It's I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I can't understand it. Is the mic too loud for you guys? Let me know if it's gotten worse or better. Something's weird going on with the mic. It's so weird. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I can't understand it. Is the mic too loud for you guys? Let me know if it's gotten worse or better. Something's weird going on with the mic. Yeah. Anywho, what? Yo, 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 yo. I'm not getting you. Why are you hitting me with the ads, bro? Crazy. I think so. I think it was an echo of me. All right, so we're 30 minutes away, man. I do have the draft going on behind the scenes behind this, so we're 30 dude, we're 30 minutes away. Like, is everybody excited or not? I like the idea based on what you guys are talking about. If Falcons move down and we get Latu, it would be great, but it would be a reach if we pick him at 8 and not Turner. Turner is just there's something about Turner that screams Vic Beasley, and I don't want to be that guy that's like, that's a Vic Beasley clone, and then it turns out to be a Brian Burns, you know? because he has that kind of like his floor is weird, but his ceiling is like, wow, crazy. Like, he could become real crazy. Whereas, like, Latu's floor is, like, good. But his ceiling is probably, like, it's lower, you know? Yeah, right? Of course. Of course those will come up. You know Keaton, come on now. Come on now. You know it's coming. But I'm looking at the Atlanta Falcons and going, look, if you're sitting there at 8, you're fainting that you want to take Michael Thomas, not Michael Thomas Jr., but Michael Penix Jr. And you're also talking about Latu. Dallas Turner has been mocked to you by the consensus, but doesn't necessarily mean that you were interested in him. You know, you've brought in Terrion Arnold, and you've talked to other quarterbacks, and, you know, it's interesting. The Matthew, what's going on, my man? Rise up, stay grounded. Hope everybody's having a fantastic draft night. Happy draft to everybody. I gotta change this music, man. Pretty lame. This music is like bumming me out. That was like seriously bumming me out. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we need to get pumped. I need something really pump us up. Remember those wise guys? I don't remember the wise guys. I'm trying to find something that's hype us up, okay? Trying to find something that would get the people going, you know? Let me see if I can find something that's gets us really just kind of like pumped, you know? Gets us hyped for the NFL draft. Of course, you know, of your free options that you're able to actually listen to, who knows? I will say this much. My surprise pick of the draft for the Atlanta Falcons. Offensive lineman, Talise Fuaga. Boy, I tell you what, if they trade down and then are able to trade back up into the first round and get another guy, I think that's what the Falcons are kind of like leaning towards, dude. Let's find. Oh, here we go. What about drafting Bowers and moving Pitts to wide receiver? Who can stop that? I don't think that Pitts is a wide receiver. I don't think he's fluid like that. Roma Dunze, if he could be a Falcon, look, Roma Dunze could be a Falcon, and I'm not gonna I'm just gonna take him #1 in my fantasy. I'm totally down with it though, you know. That's totally fine by me. I'm really not freaking out about it. I'm not. So the question is, do we cover the entire draft tonight, or do we cover up until the Falcons end up picking, and then we call it a night? And then if they end up trading back up into the first, we'll end up talking about that tomorrow. But tomorrow is going to be interesting for draft coverage because I'm going to be gone most of the morning. So I think they start again late. So after I come back, maybe. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Well, they're having some ladies sing now, so I don't know if I'm ahead of people. I don't know if I'm behind people. I have no idea. I'm just going to make the calls when I make the calls. So the rules are simple and they are clean. I am going to open up Discord. Open Sesame Discord. Okay. Yeah, I am watching another monitor. I have that currently up right now. So whenever I look over this way, I'm looking at monitor stuff. Sir, you know I'm not supposed to do that. We went with the best player available at the time. Eric, you're funny, dude. Welcome to the stream, dog. That's too much. That's ridiculous. So they're showing the Falcons fans a lot. Like a lot on this stream. It's crazy. What's going on, Dexter? Vlash in the building. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. The StreamYard. Oh, I'm not on StreamYard. Oh, gosh. Scott, I'm on the... I didn't know when he was getting off. I'm in the regular. I'm just in the regular stream thing. So I'd have to call him on Discord or something. Okay. I work normal people hours. Scott, you're funny, dude. Did you get I just sent you a message over, so I'll go and quickly pull that up. So what I'll do is I'll do that 9 to 6 EST. All right. So I'll do that, and then I'll pull up okay. I feel insulted. That's funny. So we're 15 minutes away here. So let me set this up. So I guess I should probably... I'm watching NFL Network.
Heineken Silver has only 2.9 carbs, 95 calories, all the taste and no bitter endings. It's like gaming with friends with none of the updates.
I'm vibing right now. I am vibing. Okay. There we go. All right, I'll throw you up on the screen here for the peeps to see. And they should be able to hear you too.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
All right, hold on one second. Share my screen. Oh no, cancel. I want to create a box.
Oh shit, we could. There's YouTube on. We could totally do a film session through this.
Yeah, 100%.
next year. Holy fuck, we gotta do that. I didn't realize we could do that through Discord.
100%.
I'm not huge on Discord knowledge.
So let me do like this. Let me set it up for the boys and girls of the Boys and Girls Club. Can everybody hear Scott? There we go. We'll put you up here. Enjoy your box in the corner.
And as long as I've got something.
Yeah, you stay up there, you.
And if you see me looking around tonight, I've got like 8 different things I'm doing. So
Yeah, don't even worry about
I'm probably
it.
gonna jump out for a little bit at some point because I've got to do the One Time for the Fan podcast for a little bit.
That's what's up.
But I'll jump back in. And I'm wearing the Dion shirt.
Dion, prime time. Let's go.
And my wife got me this cool new hat. Which
Hey, Lemon Pepper Wet Atlanta. Let's go. Everybody in the chat, please spam wings. Thank you. Appreciate you. That's all we need to make our night. Spam the wings. They're doing the flyover with the AC-130s. Tactical barrage.
surprised they're not using F-22s or F-15s.
Okay. So all opinions aside, all biases aside, every bit of our what we would actually want aside, what's the correct answer tonight for the Falcons? What's the correct answer? Because I can think of two.
There's one correct answer to me in this whole situation, and it's ransom the number 8 pick and get as much as you can for that.
Thank you. It's not
That,
any
to me,
specific player. It's not any specific agenda. It's get the heck out of Dodge because we don't want to be here.
It's trade down to like 13 to 15 and go from there. Because honestly, right now, I don't see, like, I love Dallas Turner. I think Dallas Turner is going to be fantastic. I think he's a great fit. But I don't know if Dallas Turner's the guy that they see as the perfect fit.
Right. Yeah. See, yeah, I agree with that. I think they look at Dallas Turner and go, of the options of the plethora of options that we could put into this is our safest bet. And that what we really want is to do something like a Latu or a Terrion Arnold, but to do those things requires those players to be top 5 talent that's descending, and those guys I don't think are even worth top 10 talent based on the value. So you're better to get out of there and go take them when they're in the teens or near the 20s. And I don't know, man.
Absolutely.
Let somebody come up and get a quarterback or something.
I mean, hey, if someone wants to trade a ransom and give us next year's first and this year's second to go from, I don't know, 19, I'd take that all day. I don't care who they're picking. Maybe taking a punter for all I give it. All I care.
Just give me the extra picks. All I need is I just want extra picks. Thank you. Before the NFL slaps me on the wrist for the Kirk Cousins bit, I just need extra picks, please.
Well, so I've been talking to a lot of people about that, and they're like, they're not investigating anything that happened before he got signed. They're investigating what happened, like, before he agreed to terms. They're investigating what happened after that.
That's weird.
Because they've already found that nothing happened before he signed. The contact he had with Kyle Pitts was fully allowable, and that's the only contact they could find.
Oh, AJ Brown just signed a big deal. 3 years, $96 million.
That does nothing for me.
Wait, what?
AJ Brown signing does nothing to me.
Wait, did they just sign 2 wide receivers? Wait, what?
What do you mean?
Adam Schefter says, "Oh, 2 deals."
Yeah, because he's referring to the Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Oh, okay. For a second there, I was like, "What did I miss?" But okay, I get. Okay, all right.
That's all that was. This night is going to be crazy, but I don't think anything crazy happens until pick, like, fucking, I don't know, 6 or 7. And then even then, I feel like the first 7 or 8 picks aren't going to be that bad.
All I can say is that if we believe that we are going to trade, I have a strong feeling and inclination that there is going to be quite a few trades before us as well. A few more than I believe should happen. Like, there shouldn't be 2 trades that happen, and I believe there's going to probably be like 2 trades.
So the one trade I see happening out of all of them is the Chargers at 5 trading down with, like, the Vikings for McCarthy. I think the first 4 picks are set. I think it's Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Marvin Harrison. I think that's like the easiest part of my huddle report that I had to do. I think the Giants get pissed that they missed out on JJ McCarthy, and they just say, "Fuck it, we're going to take Rome Odunze." Then the Titans take Joe Alt, and you've got Neighbors there, and we auction off Neighbors to like the Colts and take 15, probably 46, and then a 4th-round pick.
You don't
I saw
run
that
to the
early.
podium and go and take Malik Neighbors and just say "fuck it, we use
No.
it." Like I wouldn't. So I agree with you already. I just say like adding the talent.
I don't think Fontenot does. It has nothing to do with what I would do. I would jump up there and grab those Neighbors. I don't think Fontenot does this. And a lot of people get annoyed because they're like, "Oh no, that's just what you want." No, it has nothing to do with that. I'm trying to be predictive with my stuff. And Fontenot's big on character, and Neighbors has some character questions that have been brought up.
What's going on,
Now,
Dirk? Good to see Terrence Holmes in the building. Yoel, good to see you in there.
Care about character.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's probably most likely the case here, is that they're gonna look at these players and they're gonna say, "Hey, we're just gonna slap this together and put ourselves in a situation where we have an advantage in our hands instead of just taking an option and hoping it works. We want as many swings at the baseball as possible. If I can get 10 swings versus 5, I will take it."
Or in this case, if you trade down and you get an extra 2 and an extra 4, right? You have a pair of 2s, a pair of 3s, and a pair of 4s. You can trade a 2 and a 3 for a late 1 and get your corner in that situation.
Yeah.
And at 15, you might still have your pick of edge rusher. At least 2 of the 3 should still be there at 15 between Dallas Turner and Latu and Verse. I've heard they don't really love Chop Robinson.
Keaton, yeah, if you want to stream the draft in the Discord, like in another chat, then you're more than welcome to. It's that's wide open, brother. Mods, could you assist him and make sure that he's taken care of in the Discord? I appreciate you guys.
Probably set up in the music channel playlist.
Yeah, in the music channel or whatnot.
Are we just on a private channel, I guess?
Yeah, we're on a private, so just in the Grounder chat, you can throw it in there.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Cool. So he's got that going. Thanks, brother. Yeah, just make sure that he's taken care of there. Thank you, Bangley. Okay. So what?
Dude,
we got 3 minutes?
Yeah, we got 3 minutes. I think we're gonna be up late tonight for our pick at least.
I feel like the Falcons are gonna end up trading back quite a little ways.
Would be the first time they've traded back since.
Was that the 70s?
1995.
95. Okay.
Traded back in 1995 and got Eric Metcalf and like the 25th pick for like the 7th overall pick that year. And it was one of the dumbest things they ever could have done.
Arizona with 11 selections. It's very interesting to see what they're gonna try to pull off, because everybody is like chalk that they're gonna try to trade out of their pick, but I feel like they're just gonna stay, man.
I think it's more likely they actually trade up tonight.
Woo! To
from
3?
27.
One spot?
Yeah. From 27.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Trade up to like 18, 19 to try and get ahead of the Cowboys and like the Steelers, and take Barton, the kid from Duke, because they need an interior lineman like nobody's business, and Barton can play all 5 spots. They need a left guard terribly bad, and then the rest of their line's not really spring chickens either. They could use a left tackle probably too. So it wouldn't shock me to see him trade up and then take like an Amarius Mims or maybe even try to trade up high enough to get Fashanu. They've got the ammo.
Fashanu would really, really help them.
Well, they did go out and get Jonah Williams, so that's why I'm like, maybe they don't do that because Jonah Williams isn't terrible.
I think Jonah Williams could do them some favors, but not like Fashanu could with his potential. Like, you're getting a pretty right out of the box. Oh, okay, this is a solid player, but it does need adjustment and protection, and we need to get him used to Kyler Murray running around like a crazy person.
Exactly. Actually, I'm gonna be right back. I have to grab a drink.
Yeah, you're good. I should probably grab this and like open it up.
Eight o'clock. Here we go.
Trying to specifically grab something. There we go. Technical difficulties on every single side. All right, the NFL draft is officially about to start. Oh, what's going on, Hardhead? I knew it was you. I was just in my own little zone. In my own little zone. Did you check out the spread that I put together in the chat? I just wanted to differentiate just for everybody, just kind of like make it like simplified, so everybody could see like the locals, the combines, the pro days, all that stuff.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I think it's gonna be interesting to see if it matters at all, if that like those visits or anything do anything for anybody.
Keep in mind, we don't see all of the visits.
We don't.
If you count up the top 30 visits, we only get reported about half of them. If we count up the combine conversations, we only get about a quarter at best of them. Like, we're not exactly getting every single piece of every single bit that we can get. And I want people to realize that, because it's not like it's like guaranteed, hey, we're getting this. So
yeah, true. I would just say that if it's the Falcons going in here and grabbing themselves a plethora of selections of picks by trading down, and then grabbing all of those talents and filling out this roster and finally like filling it with back end talent that's been desperately needed for quite some time, then I'm okay with this draft being like that. But if we're trying to make home run swings like every moment, then I'm gonna question some stuff to be like, Terry, you okay, man? Like, did that Arthur Smith stuff really like poison the water hole? Is everything okay? You know, is the hot seat all right? You know.
I don't think he's going to be doing. I don't think he's going to be doing that.
No, I think he's
going to be doing the like crazy home run swings. I'm saying.
Yeah, I think he's going to play some sneaky sly stuff tonight. We're going to go, he's cooking, as we always do.
I mean, the best thing that could happen is they trade down and they pick up a future first. And, you know, somehow like get another second this year. That's the best situation.
What's the worst that he can do? Have another draft like last year? Oh, boo-hoo. Oh, no.
I mean, I liked the draft last year, so.
Yeah, like if that's the worst he does, then we're okay. Like, this is, you know, really positive outlook, you know?
Yeah, get a 4th round steal, have a 3rd round guy who like looked really good, have
Solid
You
first
know,
rounder that immediately gives you production. Like, doesn't have to be
Yeah.
freak athlete, just does stuff.
I mean, first round pick was a freak athlete. Like his first round picks are always high athleticism. Even Drake London is super high athleticism. Even though they didn't test him, had he tested, people would have been like, "Yeah, dude, this is a top 10 pick. Like this is the guy who runs a 4.5 at 6'5", 230. Like, come on now."
And that's why
Like,
it's going to
London
be
is-
surprise pick Talise Fawaga. Hey, we
Remember
both of us with the
process.
same face, like, ah.
Well, that's kind of where I'm like, I don't know, because maybe surprise pick is Olufashanu.
So, hey, listen now. You're saying some stuff here that's
Well,
it's
when
not
you
off
talk
the
about-
board, you know?
When you talk about guys that Harry wants to bring in, and he talks about makeup guys, and you know, I want this guy who loves football and he's gonna do everything for the team and all that. Olu Fashanu is known as, at Penn State, the guy who comes in, leads the team. The coach says, "I don't even worry about Fashanu. I know he's doing his shit." And he comes in and he does his shit, and then he leaves, and he makes sure that the rest of the offensive line is also doing their shit. So, like, if that's a makeup guy, that's the guy you want. And I hate to say it, but that's who I'd pick if it was up to me. And, you know, there weren't edges that I probably have higher. But Fashanu, I gave him the same grade I gave Alt, top 10.
Yeah, it would be the most Falcons thing to do, to be like chalk good player, alt Fashanu Fuaga, and then package McGarry with like a second round pick or something to go back into the first round and go and grab another guy, say, you know, your corner or your defensive end that's falling, or some dude that
Or
you turn into the
or Johnny Newton.
I will lose. That would be amazing. I would lose my mind. I'd be like, nose tackle of the century has arrived. But he's more
Here's
than
the thing,
that.
though. Johnny Newton is straight up Grady Jarrett.
Bigger Grady Jarrett. Much bigger
He's
Grady
not- he's-
Jarrett.
No, he's not.
He's 6'4", like,
Johnny Newton?
yeah.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's like
He's 6'1" and 5/8, 304 pounds, 32-inch arms, 9-inch hands. Grady Jarrett,
Am I thinking of
6'0"
that
and
wrong,
5/8,
dude?
305, 32-inch arms, 9-inch hands.
Six,
Same size dude.
Okay, 6'2", 295, but he was playing at 310 during the season.
He measured in at his pro day at 304.
I mean, there you go. Like, solid. Like,
But you throw on that tape, and then you throw on some Grady Jarrett tape, and you're like, wait, this guy's a younger Grady.
they played him 3-tech. They played him 1. He's not struggle against tackles guy, which is really awesome. Like, that's he blows through his tackles, whereas like Byron Murphy is the kind of guy that, like, I see him struggle through the tackle, but he completes that tackle because he whooped that dude. Like, Johnny Newton whooped you with his hands before the fact. Like, they're both amazing, but like Johnny Newton though.
So with me, Murphy is more of that traditional, like, Geno Atkins 3-tech. Like,
Yeah.
When I saw him, I'm like, this is Rod Coleman and Geno Atkins.
All right,
Like,
here
that's
comes the
what I-
commissioner. Commissioner is coming out. He's walking out to the stage now to announce. Oh, is that Andrew Luck? Hey, yo. No,
That's
Eminem. Eminem. I thought it was Andrew Luck for
Andrew
2
Luck.
seconds there. Did you see Andrew Luck recently? He's like super
Facial
skinny.
hair is similar, but that's so funny. Is that Andrew Luck?
I'm sorry, I lost my mind for a second. I was like, what the heck? So Eminem out in Detroit because Detroit's hero. Detroit has traded up to the number 1 pick. That would be so funny. So,
Oh, dude, big Cal. from Sandy Creek, Georgia. You know, Calvin Johnson was like a 2-star prospect.
Wild, man. Absolutely crazy. All right, all right, all right.
Yeah, let's bring all the legends of Detroit, including, Lil Barry.
Aiden Hutchinson. Yeah, let's go, baby. Calvin, let's go. Big man with the plan. Yeah, that's you know what? I've never hated the Lions. Never.
I mean, they're the Lions. Why would you hate them?
They should be protected at all costs.
Yeah, they're like our sweet little babies. Like,
we all love the Lions. Growl.
yeah, they're like the Browns with slightly more success. Like, and a shit ton more likability. Kind of like the Jaguars, but with more success.
Jared Goff chant. Oh boy, never thought I'd hear it today.
Oh, you're a good minute behind me, dude.
Which one are you watching again?
I'm on NFL Network.
That's crazy.
But I'm also on DirecTV.
That's probably why.
My wife makes the money, so we have the nice things. Not like I'm broke or anything, but yeah, my wife makes all the money. Oh. And she wins fun vacations to places like Cabo St. Lucas, which is apparently where our vacation is next year. When did they reduce the time to 10 minutes? Or is that just for the first pick?
It's never been 15, right?
It was 15 for a long time there.
Huh. Maybe I've gone senile in my old age now. Any time save is fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's still projecting a 5-hour first round, so.
Lions fans probably going to boo every team. I'm ready.
Lions fans are gonna boo the Bears, the Packers, the Vikings super heavy. Sorry, I just saw Trayshawn's tweet. Wife beater on, BAC at .1, family hiding. We ready.
Oh my gosh. Yep, the next 5 minutes is gonna last 5 years. Get ready, sit back on your couch, go back to work. This Bears organization is the most quiet ever. They're just sitting there, heavy breathing.
Yeah, Caleb Williams just got the text like, yeah, we good. You in? They probably just got the final like, you in? Like, I told you I'm in.
Crazy.
That's the look he has on his face.
Trades pick back for Justin Fields. The Bears way. Truly a Bears thing.
You know the thing that makes me least not believe in Caleb Williams? The fact he's going to the Bears.
There's something about Caleb that's he could be gritty enough to be the next Jay Cutler of the of the Bears, the likable guy. Everyone loves the Bears because of that guy. But it's not like they're it's the Bears though, so it's not good,
So people love to shit on Matt Ryan in our fan base, right?
Right.
Matt Ryan right, is the Falcons' career leader in passing yards. If you look at the Bears' career leader in passing yards, how many yards do you think he has? And it's obviously Jay Cutler, but how many yards do you think he has for the Bears?
30. I think I heard this before. Is like 3,800.
No, it's 23,000. I'm saying career, not
Oh,
single season.
I thought you were talking about in a single year. There's nobody apparently like over 3,800 yards in a single season or something like that.
Yeah, they've never had a guy over 3,800 in a single season.
That's
They also
insane.
their career leader has 23,000 yards, right? Steve Bartkowski has more yards than their career leader.
It's true though.
Matt Ryan has almost triple that for the Falcons. Not double, triple. He cleared double like 10 years into his career. He has almost triple that.
Why do we have to
Their
wait
career touchdown leader
10 minutes
has
for a pick
154.
like this?
No idea. So yeah, like
Yeah.
their best quarterback in their history is probably Sid Luckman, and he has 15,000 passing yards. So they don't know what a good quarterback looks like in Chicago. We at
Atlanta
least have
knows what a
had
good quarterback
multiple-
looks like. It's just every time they get one, it like burns into flames.
Pretty much, but hopefully Kirk Cousins is slightly different.
I think Kirk Cousins is going to be a breath of fresh air, but he's towards the end of his career. So it's going to be like you get this shot, right? You get this window of Kirk Cousins. And it's going to be good because you're going to have all the pieces together.
So I'm going to give just one reason why I think Kirk Cousins can last a little bit longer than we're giving him credit for. He didn't start truly until his fourth year in the season, fourth year in the league. He was like 26, 27 years old. So he could play past 40. He doesn't have the mileage that most quarterbacks have that started those first 4 years of their career, you know? So it's a little different with Kirk.
Yep. Never had QB throw for 4,000 yards or 30-plus touchdowns in a season.
We've had that happen multiple times. I mean, almost all of them are Matt Ryan, but still.
That's the truth, though.
I mean, it's the truth, but like almost all of them are Matt Ryan. Yeah, their career, their single season touchdown leader 29 and 3,800. Who do you think it was? And I'm gonna say it's not Jay Cutler.
Is it Orton?
Eric Kramer.
Oh.
Kyle Orton never threw for 3,000 yards there.
Damn! Oh my
They've
God.
only had 12. They've only had 12 3,000-yard seasons. We've had 22. We actually get yardage from our quarterbacks for the most part. Matt Ryan has 14 of them, but still.
There is no reason to be waiting
Or
these
13
next
of
4
them.
minutes. Just show the pick already and get this over with. It's not that
No,
big
it
of a
says
deal.
pick is in. We know it's Caleb Williams. I'm going to give myself 3 points on this huddle report thing. I'm calculating my huddle report score as we go.
We all know
Should I pick-
everyone gets a free pass on this one. No, everyone gets free money. There you go. Everybody gets $1. Good job. Gold star. It's Caleb Williams. Whoop-de-flipping do.
I'll post my huddle report draft into this.
Probably the most obvious pick in years. Because we've known almost a year in advance that he was going to be the number 1 pick. And there was really no competition for it. So now the
Well,
draft starts.
No, it really doesn't. It's Jaden Daniels.
All right.
We've known this for a month.
I believe you. I believe you as well. But if it turns out to be Drake May, I'm going to laugh my fucking ass off. Or Washington does the most Redskins thing that it could possibly do. No, not Commanders. The old Redskins moniker comes back. You have to take it because then you take J.J. McCarthy. I swear I will flip this table.
Dude, I put money on it when it was 30-1 when I was in the Bahamas in February.
Yeah.
I was up like 1,400 at the table, and I was like, "Yeah, there's no way they fucked this up so bad." But I'm still gonna put the money on it just in case.
There's
And
there's
if they do it,
no way. I hope
my number two prospect in the draft,
not. I got the stream going for the
Fort
ESPN Plus.
Reigns,
Y'all want to peep it? Yep.
Pip Pickering.
Yay, it's over.
Pretty much like first name, last name, college. That grade, first name, last name, college. A special values only. Caleb Williams. Top five grade.
Okay. So Caleb Williams, Bears. I mean, it's been broken down for almost 7 months now what Caleb Williams could potentially do for the Bears, so I don't think I need to break it down, nor does Scott potentially need to break this down. But what I will say is this. Caleb Williams is all or nothing for the Bears. It's either going to work or it's going to miserably, miserably fail.
Who was the last quarterback drafted at number one that just fucking busted? And we can't use Bryce Young because you get at least 3 years.
Yeah, no, every player like that does.
I mean, he
Number
showed more
one
promise last year
overall
than
and
Zach
just
Wilson ever did.
busted. Jamarcus wasn't a one, right? He was further
He was a
down.
one.
He was a one, but that's probably not recent enough.
So let's take a look. First overall draft picks. So there was Bryce Young, Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray. Baker Mayfield, I would say, would be the last bust in 2018. And he kind of is solid now.
Yeah,
Jared
he's
Goff before that,
panned.
He's kind of solid now.
He's above average.
So it's Jameis Winston,
Yeah,
2015.
yeah, Winston.
Because number one overall drafted quarterbacks, 8 out of 10 times don't bust. Or I'll say 8 out of 10 times don't bust. Because, like, the last 10 are Stafford, Bradford. Hold on, let me count this right. 1, 2. Well, we'll go back to Lawrence to start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so the last 10 drafted are Stafford, Sam Bradford, Cam Newton, Andrew Luck, Jameis Winston, Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow, and Trevor Lawrence. Like, and it's been a nice little run. So I think Bryce Young is the bust. I don't think Caleb Williams busts.
It's a
But if he
decent
does,
group for him
it's
to work with
gonna
Swift,
be
Moore, Allen, Komet. He's got some guys. He's got some guys there. It's not crazy. It's just, it's Caleb
got
Williams can do
some
something
guys.
with this. Yeah. This is very USC-esque. They can work with this.
Yeah, like Komet. I don't think Komet's that great, but whatever.
I think Komet's solid, like a hooper. Now, how far he
I
goes
think that's fair.
is up to Cole Komet and how much work he wants to put in to be a great tight end for his team. That's it. It's not really on the Bears. It's on Komet. Overcome those things.
And really how good of a connection he can form with Caleb. Because if he and Caleb can get along, they'll be fine. Although Komet is a Notre Dame guy and Caleb is a USC guy, so who knows?
Okay, so this Bears cap is not too bad. I don't hate it.
By that you mean hat?
Hat, cap.
Okay. No, I didn't know if you were talking their like salary cap.
Oh no. Sorry. The draft hats are looking actually pretty good this year. I am a fan.
This is the best year in recent memory, and they just simplified it.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Molly McGrath. She's a hammer.
I kind of want the Falcons draft hat. It's clean.
I don't think that is a bad take.
So Washington, for those of you that are following on my side of things, I know Scott is way ahead of me, but it looks like they're already on the phone with someone. They're doing camera shots for this already, so they have made their pick. I'm going to lock in with Jaden Daniels here, and if I get it wrong, I have to obviously take this pin and take a hit. So, I mean, heck it. Why not? It's
Yeah,
gotta be, right?
I'm not playing the game because I have to work.
I won't
but-
survive. I've got the next 4 days off,
I have to
dude.
work.
Don't worry about
I
it.
do technically have to like work a little bit, but it's like
It's all good.
blogging dirty work. It's not like
It's fine, brother. I'm
not getting
celebrating a
paid
4-day
oodles and
vacay.
oodles of money for it.
I use some PTO, dude. I'm good.
So I should have used PTO for tomorrow. I might just call out tomorrow. But I feel like tomorrow's an easier day for me. I'm not doing nearly as much podcasting and stuff.
So you're locking in Jaden Daniels?
My lock-in is already posted in the mock draft spot. That is my official not over the cap, huddle report lock-in. Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Marvin Harrison, top 4. I think the Chargers surprise people and take Malik Neighbors. Do I have Schultz report on my convention draft mix list? Yes, I do. Yeah, Ben Albright is saying it was always Jaden.
Yeah.
Also, I compare notes with a lot of guys before I submit my stuff over. And I don't want to spoil this for you. I did switch it over to ESPN because I like that ding 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 ding.
Mark my words.
So it showed up on my live feed. It's Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
I'm gonna spoil it for you, Dan.
It's all right.
Your feed's a little bit behind, so my view is if it hit ESPN on my screen, I can say it.
Okay.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels. I think the Patriots are taking Drake May.
Let me see if I can open. Good night. See if I can open this somehow in a different way. Duplicate.
I'm telling you right now, this is going to be May. Patriots knew it was going to be Caleb and Jaden, and they love May. Like I said, I try to compare notes with everybody, and I just basically hit up a bunch of beat writers before I submit my mock, because I can't get shit from the teams that last like 2 weeks.
So what is going on your stream right now?
Big ol' hug from Jaden Daniels to Roger Goodell.
So now I'm only seconds behind you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because he's just now opening the shirt now. So they're showing highlights now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this was the right pick for the Commanders.
I don't want him
Daniels
to get
is
hurt. That would be lame. But Jaden is the right pick.
I love that Dan Quinn basically said, you know what? I got Cliff Kingsbury. I'm going to get a Kingsbury quarterback. He had Mahomes. He had Murray. I'm going to get him a guy who's got some size and can do a lot of the same stuff that Mahomes could do. Not as accurate, but more of like a Lamar Jackson type, but still like can do what we need him to do. I think he'll be fun in that offense. I would say Stock and Scary Terry just went up on Fantasy League. Like Jahan Dotson, Scary Terry, they're going to be a fun pairing for him. They finally got a decent center and decent left guard for him. Like they need a left tackle so bad because Cornelius Lucas is, if I'm not mistaken, he didn't retire, did he?
No, I don't think he. No.
That wasn't the guy for them that retired, is it? But like their current starting left tackle is Cornelius Lucas, and I don't see him. Yeah, I don't see him being the guy. I think they need a left tackle in a bad way.
I don't know what just happened. Some weirdness just happened. So, Patriots pick is in. With 4 minutes remaining, they slap that in there. So, I'm 2 for 2.
Telling you, it's Drake May. Again, this is from a month ago. Like, the first 4 picks have been set for a month. Like, the draft starts at 5, is what I've been saying. People are overthinking a lot in this draft.
We talked about this not too long ago about overthinking this draft on a stream together, actually. And I'd like to think the Patriots are enamored with J.J. McCarthy, but I'm going to go Drake May.
Patriots don't like McCarthy that much.
I think it's just smoke. I think that's been smoke for a while now. They're not going to trade out of this. They're going to take Drake May. They're just going to walk out of this, and now the draft will start with Arizona.
I'm telling you it's May, and I'm telling you Arizona's taking Harrison.
I don't know what Nick Saban's going on about, but he's being a Nick Saban.
Oh, are you watching the ABC feed?
It's it's the stream feed inside of the Discord, actually.
Oh.
No, ESPN. Well, maybe
ESPN doesn't have
ABC. Yeah, it's ABC.
Yeah, it's the ABC feed. Because ABC does the college game day guys, which is fun too. Don't get me wrong. I just prefer them for like day 2 and day 3.
Yeah, true. They get to talk a lot more about like in-depth guys because they've been around those guys a lot more.
They've actually been watching those guys.
Yeah. So they're taking pictures.
Like having NFL analysts talk about college football players gets annoying.
Here we go. Selection's in.
3 for 3.
Yep.
The New England Patriots select Drake May.
I'm gonna keep getting my info from beat writers, dude. They know their shit.
Yep.
I basically just hit them up and go, y'all take it.
1, 2, 3, there you go.
As scripted so far. Yep. 4th time we've had quarterbacks go 1, 2, 3. This is a really gifted.
So now
after Harrison at 4, that to me is when the draft starts. The first 4 picks were easy. Those to me were gimmies. I think the Vikings end up with J.J. McCarthy at some point. After that,
so I'd like to think that the Vikings are interested to get to this spot right here and trade up, but I think that Arizona's asking for too much.
I think the Vikings have an agreement with your boy Jim Harbaugh.
If JJ's there.
JJ's there at 5.
Yeah.
Like I said, like that's why I have the like I do my mock with like who I think is gonna end up where, just not based off feel, but like who makes the most damn sense.
Yeah.
So like some picks are like Saints Olufashanu, Bengals Amarius Mims, you know, Steelers Terrion Arnold, the fucking Buccaneers taking Kool-Aid McKinstry. Like, these are picks that I've made because I'm like, this guy just seems to fit. Cardinals Marvin Harrison was one of them. They don't
So,
have a number one receiver.
yeah, it's got to be Marvin Harrison Jr. here.
They don't have a number one. Like, are you really trusting Kyler Murray to throw to Michael Wilson and Chris Moore this year? Like, no. And again, I like Michael Wilson. I think he's a solid number 2 wide receiver, but he's not Marvin Harrison. Like, that's not who he is.
So Arizona
Got a ceiling of Mosin. You know, that's who Wilson is for Arizona, is Mosin. And Dortch could be like their Taylor Gabriel if they want him to be. Like, so what does that leave them needing? A number one. I don't think Marvin Harrison is Julio, but he's Devontae Adams at least.
I don't even know if I would go that far. My watch of Marvin Harrison Jr. is like, I think it's wide receiver taste, and the type of wide receiver that they're going to end up getting is that lanky, tall wide receiver one that maybe is more like an AJ Green, like impact wise, and then you're playing with like a 2 that's got some talent as well.
If that's who they want, then they need to wait for AD Mitchell, and I don't see that being their guy.
So that's why I look at I'm sorry, I'm personally, Marvin Harrison Jr. is not the number 1 wide receiver in this class. Personally, it's Malik Neighbors.
Who do you have?
It's definitely Malik Neighbors for me. Neighbors is that guy for me. But that's, I think, this what I said before we kind of got into it was like, I think it's more wide receiver preference than really it is, because I think both these wide receivers are like, can you really go wrong? Like, they're both incredibly talented, but they're different types.
I'm telling you here, it's Marvin Harrison for them.
Yeah. I think the pick here is Marvin Harrison Jr. because they need a big time target to be their main. Shouldn't be too difficult, I think.
And I think, you know who actually fits and feels like the right comp for him? As opposed to AJ Green, AJ Brown for Marvin Harrison Jr. I think he's like AJ Brown.
Well, this is going very chalk. This draft is going very, very chalk. So you're gonna probably end up with the same guys in all the mock drafts as you've seen before at pick 8. So it just is up to whether or not Rome Odunze is there or not. That might be the trade piece.
I'm telling you, the guy that's there, the guy that's going to be the pick out of all of them for the Falcons is going to be trade down. That's going to be their pick at 8.
I just don't think that anybody major falls to our spot. I think it's going to be chalk, so somebody's going to want to trade up for something very specific. Very specific player is there, and very specific team need goes, hey, we want that player.
Like maybe a Joe Alt
Boom.
at 8.
That was easy.
Trade down with.
Hello. How are you?
So I actually can't see your screen.
Oh, I'm waving at my wife.
Okay.
Hello. The draft is going exactly the way that we all thought the draft was going to go so far. Like it's as chalk as you could get. I haven't taken a sip of beer. I haven't taken a smoke. I've done nothing. I've got it's 4 for 4.
I'm pitching a perfect game right now on my huddle report card. Like I'm happy. My goal this year was to hit 35 points, and I'm at 12 already. So I'm pretty happy right now.
This has been a very chalk mock type of draft. Like that's just it is what it is, you know. It is what it is.
The one thing that could really fuck us all up is if the fucking Chargers, oh, if they take J.C. Latham at 5, I'm gonna be so mad.
If they take Latham at 5, I think that does open up a whole can of worms, because then it's like, oh no, there's the Giants
the Titans
now.
are totally going. So remember when I said I've got certain players and teams that I have, like, they just make too much sense?
Yeah.
Titans and alt at 7. Like, that's another one of those.
Yeah, it's chalk.
It just makes too much sense. Yeah, it's chalk. It's like, I've never used that term, so I'm not like, why are we watching film on his dad? So if the Chargers go Neighbors, I'm 5 for 5, which would be insane. And then the Giants could fuck things up by going J.J. McCarthy, which I really hope that doesn't happen. She's hurting you, babe.
I'm gonna end the stream and go watch it in bed. Okay. It's so chalk.
We're on pick 5.
It's so chalk.
Caleb Williams went to the Bears. Jaden Daniels went to the Commanders. Drake May went to the Patriots, and Marvin Harrison went to the Cardinals, like I predicted.
You put money on this?
I'm in the huddle report contest. I'm hanging with Dan, the guy who I did all the podcasts with throughout the year.
Yeah, that guy.
Ohio State. Can you make
I'll
it
let you know
right?
when I'm on. I think the British guys are Saturday, babe.
I'm not British.
Because it's not like they get college football over there.
Well, I'm gonna be super behind now because one of my streams crashed.
He probably is. What happened?
My stream crashed and now it's super behind. So it's all good. Fluid runner, catch those routes.
The smart thing for the Chargers to do. God, everybody's calling this thing chalky at the top 4.
it's chalk.
I've never heard this term until like just now. When did this become a term? Is this like one of those newfangled terms like yeet?
You like yeet. This is within this is within the chalk lines. This
like
is
things
chalk.
things go as they're supposed to go. Chalk. Yeah, my wife even says that's new. No, Dan's like 3 years younger than me. He's not that young.
Yeah, I'm an old man.
Like I'm 35, so I'm assuming you're like 30 to 32.
I'm 33.
Yeah, Dan's 33. So no, it's not like meh. It's more like it is what it's what huh? Oh, mid? No, chalk is just like things are happening the way they're supposed to.
Things not exactly like supposed to. It's like things are happening as written by everyone, like and it's just the norm. Everything is normal in that. It's within the confines of the chalk. Everything outside,
Gotcha.
yeah, it's not
Everything's
irregular.
happening as expected.
Yes, everything is. It was predicted this way, and it is happening this way, and nothing is changing. There is no like nuance at all. It's just there's no change. It's just that's it. Hamburger, lettuce, tomato, pickle, mustard, and ketchup. That's it. It is the most plain
No
cheese.
bacon,
It's
no
the most
cheese.
plain burger. No cheese. Nothing. No grill marks. No sauce. It just is.
Got the McDonald's pad without the sesame seed buns in it.
Yes,
I gotcha.
exactly.
Dude, I made chili tonight. Came out so good.
Oh man, that sounds great. That sounds yummy. So with the Chargers, Chargers, are you guys good? No,
I think they're waiting
Chargers
for the
are
commercial
picking
break
no
to happen.
trade. Chargers are confirmed picking no trade. Here comes JC Latham. Here it comes.
Oh man. See the Latham thing, I felt like it was smoke, so I didn't put that on my stuff. I put neighbors for the Chargers. I also have been saying the draft could very well start at 8.
Oh no. There's people are putting smoke out right now that apparently not a single offer has really wowed the Falcons, so they're waiting until their pick, but as of right now, they really like to take Turner or Latu at 8 and just end it.
Who's putting that out there?
Just Twitter peeps, but it's starting to go to multiple people, and I'm like, okay, all right.
Who are the
Who
Twitter
started
peeps?
this rumor?
J-Ben?
Who started this rumor?
I bet it was J-Ben. I'd be shocked if it wasn't
Ian's
J-Ben.
going on. Ian is saying that apparently if the Chargers do end up staying, which he's being told they're staying, that the Giants are looking at quarterback. Here goes JJ McCarthy at 6. Oh my gosh, no, please don't do it, Giants.
Well, I got one wrong. I'm not gonna. All you're gonna know is
This is Malik
not
Neighbors.
Malik. It's not Malik Neighbors.
It's
I
not
got it.
Malik Neighbors.
So I'm at 13 points in the huddle report.
God bless Pantera. I hope you're doing well, brother. Not Malik Neighbors.
It's funny because I was in that group of like. Oh, there we go. I was in like the very large group at the beginning of this draft to get 4 for 4.
Okay.
Well, I got a point here. I'm good. They are not trading Justin Herbert. I will tell you that right now. They're making a pick that will make Herbert very happy. Not extremely happy, but very happy.
This is Joe Alt. This is Joe Alt,
Yep.
isn't it?
Yep.
I'm going to take a hit just because
Very
because
smart
Joe
pick.
Alt should not. Well, Joe Alt should be going here because Joe Alt is amazing, and somebody should be taking Joe Alt. But yeah, like
They're
Joe
going
Alt,
to move. They're going to move. If I had to guess, Rashawn Slater to the right side.
yes, which is the right thing to do. That is the right thing to do, and let Alt play
Because
the left
Slater's
side.
a more natural right tackle anyway.
Yes. So now you have that is perfect, and that's going to set up Herbert,
and
and he won't
Pipkins
get hurt.
will be their swing tackle, and Pipkins is a natural lefty and will be the perfect backup left tackle for them. It ends up working out and making a ton of sense.
That
I'm so
hurts.
glad Joe Alt is not there at 8, and I don't have to sit here and pound the table for Alt.
So it looks like the Titans were trying to work out a trade with the Chargers. And
Yep, because they want Alt.
They wanted Alt. And so now that means that does Tennessee now pivot away from a Fashanu and go with BPA?
Possibly.
Because Joe Alt is
I don't
just
see them.
so good.
I don't see them going Fashanu. I'll put that out there. I will say Alt at 4 or Alt at 5 isn't that crazy to me. He was my number 4 player in the draft.
I mean, Alt is
Like
just so
I
secure of a player. Like you can't get any.
I
It's solid,
like
man.
I compare him to Jake Matthews with more size.
Yeah,
Like that is Joe Alt.
that is a great player and a great selection for the Chargers.
For a team that needs it.
Yeah, 100% solid. That is a franchise player right there. That is a franchise player right there.
He's gonna start at left tackle for them for the next 15 years.
Yep.
Probably go to like 6 Pro Bowls and be that guy.
Yep.
I mean, maybe he'll go to 1 and get kind of fucked over on a bunch the way Jake Matthews has, but he'll be technically sound, which is all you really need him to be.
So, okay, and so that means that the Giants take Malik Neighbors.
Dude, if the Giants take JJ McCarthy here though, I'm going to laugh my fucking ass.
So, I'm sticking with Malik Neighbors here.
I have Odunze here. So
I'm gonna go all in and say that they're gonna try to replicate what they had. And Neighbors is not that type of player, so it's not a 1-to-1. But they're gonna try to bring in one more. They can't do anything with Daniel Jones, so they're in the sweepstakes for a quarterback next year. But they'll try to load up this offense and try to just work with it for now, sludge through this, and have another.
They haven't given Daniel Jones the guy yet either, so it's kind of like they kind of have to give him something if they believe in him.
Did not see Joe Alt going. Me neither, Hardhead. Not that high, but I mean, we can't deny the success of Joe Alt and how just prime he is. You know.
What's the difference between 5 and 7, really?
There's
like
not much of a difference. Yeah.
If I'm predicting a guy to go 7 and he goes 5, I'm like, whatever. If I predict the guy to go, like, my top.
And maybe that was the denial.
Player left, right.
Maybe that was the denial, Scott. Like we, all the mock draft people, all the sites, they all had the Chargers trading out of that space because the most just normal mid easy out thing to do for the Chargers is to take Joe Alt, and it's the right thing to do because it builds a building block on your team. I mean, it's good.
So this next pick with Tennessee, they're not going quarterback. They're probably not going wide receiver. They're going to try and trade back. I'm telling you right now, Tennessee's on the phone.
100%. They're probably talking to the Vikings.
Dude, everybody saying chalk is really bugging me. Really bugging me. I don't know why.
I'm so sorry, Scott. I'm so sorry, bro. The new trigger word for Scott. Chalk.
I'm just like, why is this a thing tonight? Like, why is this a thing? So Neighbors to the Giants.
Yeah. So
I had Odunze, but again, I'm
but
not
the number 1 and number 2
mad.
wide receivers for pretty much everybody that for the whole year was always Neighbors and Harrison. It was always 1-2 in one way, shape, or form. Odunze was never part of that conversation. But let's just say Odunze any other
is my
year,
number 2 wide receiver, but
Odunze in any other year is probably a number 1.
Number 1 overall.
Because if a Drake London has taught you anything, that means that if a Drake London talent can go high in around, then that means that a Odunze can do the same exact thing.
I think London and Odunze are very redundant, which is very interesting.
Very, very
and if
interesting.
we take Odunze, I'll be shocked.
I mean, I'm still going to be happy. I'm still going to be happy because Odunze is very...
Dude, Odunze is a monster.
Monster.
Again, like Odunze is a monster. Like, he's my, I compared him to Larry Fitzgerald. Like, that's not low praise at all.
It's wild though. It's if you're the Falcons and you end up doing that. So I would listen. I would really heavily listen to the Jags offer if they're calling, to the Colts if they're calling. You know who wants this?
They're calling.
if the LA rumor is really actually true, you know. But
I wonder.
it would just be so Falcons to come out here and see that they couldn't make any progress with the trade. They couldn't make any progress with moving, and they sit there and they take Odunze, and they're just like, yeah, like it was a great idea, and we're all just like, no, it was a bad idea.
You know who should take JJ McCarthy and really fuck up the draft?
Stop.
The Jets.
Oh man.
Not us. I fucking do not like JJ McCarthy.
If JJ McCarthy becomes the selection, then it's just
He's the new Tack
Oh,
McKinley
no.
because I had a
Oh,
third round
no.
grade on Tack too. That should tell you what I think about JJ McCarthy. I think JJ McCarthy fucking sucks compared to like what people think he is. He's Zach Wilson. He's a lottery pick. He could potentially get there, but he's not anymore.
Okay, so wait a minute. So you said it at 5 as a joke, but now I really do actually believe that if Alt is number 1, then that means that Latham is number 2. And I
Very
believe
possible.
that's smoke. I believe
not
that's
for
smoke.
me.
I believe that's smoke.
Not for
now.
me because I have Olu over Latham.
Based on
But,
what we
like,
just saw.
Latham is-
Based on what we just saw.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, the thing is they need a left tackle, and Latham's pretty much a pure right tackle. So
But you could
I could
switch.
see them going for Shanu.
You could switch the tackles over.
I mean, maybe you move Radins over to left. Radins actually did pretty solid as a left tackle. Or fuck, you could put Skoronski there. They took Skoronski last year.
I'm gonna set the tone here, and I'm gonna say that J.C. Latham is taken here at this pick. There's something telling me that they fall in love with this kid. He has the athletic profile, and he has a ceiling that is much higher. I think the scouts love this kid. I think Fashanu is gonna fall a little bit here.
Oh, let's see who this is.
All right,
Oh my
Titans.
God.
What are you thinking, dog? What would the only other thing I think would be Bowers, but like I'm sticking with Latham. It's got to be Latham. It's got to be. Dude.
We have Odunze and McCarthy on the board.
Oh no! Don't hurt your hand. You want to say hi to everybody on stream? Is that even on stream? Yeah.
We have Odunze and we have Odunze and McCarthy and Brock Bowers on the board.
Why does that sound so terrifyingly bad? Like, this is just
There's
exactly how the
so many
mocks went
ways.
down. The simulations are real. The script.
Like this is
It
This
feels
is-
scripted. It feels like we've known for too long.
the draft starts at 8, man. We need a trade. We need a trade.
The pick is in. I'm ready. That's a lot of people there, dude. I heard there was something like 150,000 people. Or commercial break. You know, that's fine too. Oh, I love a good commercial break. Really stretches me out, you know. The pick is in. The pick is the commercials. We picked commercials for you instead. Yikes. I would really like the Falcons to be the ones to set the tone for this draft and trade the fuck out and get out of here, dude. It's time. Call up the Vikings. Tell them, hey, this is the future, baby.
And here's the thing: when that happens, the Bears will take Odunze and be like, "Fuck you, we got Caleb Williams and Odunze."
Yeah.
But the Vikings, the Vikings trade up with us. We pick up at least their third and next year's first. or next year's second or something like that, and then go from there. Like, and then I think at 11 you can still get the top defensive player because I think the Bears will go. I mean, maybe the Bears go defense, but maybe they don't. Maybe they take Odunze, and then the Jets will have Brock Bowers sitting right there for them.
You know, it's the biggest FU to Darius Slayton to take Malik Neighbors and still not pay this guy.
Why?
He's been there forever with contract disputes, like over and over, and they're just like, no, we won't do anything. And Darius Slayton's
He's their
pretty good,
number 4 wide receiver.
but he's number 4. He's not really number 4. He's more like one of their main targets. But they shat on that team and they didn't build it for nothing, and they literally ran all their players off. That New York team they will run you out of town when they are done with you, and you may not even be done as a player. They'll just be like, yeah, we're just tired of you now. Just, I don't want to play with this one anymore.
Dude, if we take JJ McCarthy here, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed. Like, that's the dread that's setting in for me right now.
But it could be, like
It could be, but I would be.
Then I would be like, Zach Robinson, you're gonna have to explain something, dog. You're gonna really need to explain to me.
Yeah, I don't think they want a quarterback controversy.
So everyone's kind of ahead of me of this pick. I'm guessing.
We've been on a commercial break for like 4 minutes, dude.
This has been crazy.
Please trade. Please trade.
It's not gonna happen, is it? It's gonna be Dallas Turner. It's gonna be literally the norm within the confines of every mock. The first 10 picks will be just what they are. Actually, we did the alt thing at 5
if that's
is one thing.
If that's the case, and the first 10 picks kind of are what they are, basically we flipped Latham and alt, and basically the Giants took Neighbors instead of Odunze. But like, it's pretty much the first 10 picks have kind of are what they are.
They've been stuck in time. Like, there's no turn in the draft because it's just been so predictable.
No fucking way. Zach Klein just said that it's going to be Michael Penix Jr.
If it's really Michael Penix Jr., that's ballsy, dude.
No fucking way. Oh my God.
Your worst nightmare has come true, Scott.
It absolutely has. Oh my God.
There's
He was
no
the only quarterback I thought they were going to get in this entire draft, too.
There's no way, right?
Well, no, my worst nightmare was going to be my absolute worst nightmare was not Michael Penix. My absolute worst nightmare was JJ McCarthy.
Now nobody
already
breathes. Now literally nobody breathes. And the report was just out just a little moment ago that they did not like.
Are you fucking kidding me? No, dude. Legit sources are saying it. It's Michael Penix.
No way, dog. I think it really is Michael Penix Jr.
And here's the thing. I actually don't hate the idea, but second round, not first.
So, do you think they trade back up? Now I doubt it. Now I doubt it. Because I guess you could give a second and a third if you're really that desperate to go up there and go get like a guy. But if it's Michael
All right,
Penix Jr., it's
Yeah. I got to dip on this one, man. I got to hit up this other pod.
all right. Take it easy, brother. All right, he's gone. He's outie. He said, I am legit out of here, dude. Okay. I think it is Michael Penix Jr., guys. Okay. Let's go to the intermission screen. I'm gonna sit in here for a second and watch this go down. But if this really is Michael Penix Jr., then we're gonna have some problems. That's gonna. I don't know what I would have. I don't know what I would say if it turns out to be Michael Penix Jr. Because is he really worth the 8th overall selection? You know what I'm saying? Oh no. Please. No way.
About succession at the most important position. A lot of people think they're going to take a defensive player, maybe edge. Michael Penix is very firmly in the mix for the Atlanta Falcons.
How about them apples?
I was wondering when the chaos was going to start. Apparently,
What is happening?
Did you suspect Atlanta was going to get out at 8?
I had heard that they did a lot of work on
And
it.
here they are sticking, and if they go at 8, as Ian has suggested, with Michael Penix, that's a big-time change.
They did a lot of work on Penix. I just thought with the talk of the Rams moving up, that was convenient for both parties. Rams get their defensive player they want, and then you have here a situation where they get Penix later. Apparently, they're okay with just taking him right here.
And you talk about a succession plan. We all saw that great show. And what did Logan Roy always tell everyone? Bleep off. And that's what Atlanta did exactly.
Wow. He
You
also
guys
said-
don't. We're not taking
They-
it. We want our guy.
He also said you're not serious people, and that would be a wild state of affairs if we're about to hear the name of Michael Penix Jr.
Hat
from
tip
the
to Ian.
commissioner.
Ian
But,
said this hours ago.
Yeah.
Brought this
Michael
up.
Penix
This
Jr. is
the
a
way this
Falcon.
goes.
okay,
Really going to do this? And whatever happened to the edge rusher? I thought that's where we were going with Atlanta.
here we go.
With the 8th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft,
What?
the Atlanta Falcons select Michael Penix Jr.
Well, there it is.
Washington.
That is the first surprise
Hey,
of
now.
the NFL draft, to say the least. The fourth quarterback off the board is Michael Penix Jr. He is a top 10 selection, and he
what?
is going to the place that just made a very expensive investment in a veteran quarterback, and it's kind of wild that Kirk Cousins arrives in Atlanta. He signs.
They're
going to
do the
He
Aaron
leaves
Rodgers
Minnesota
treatment to Michael
to
Penix
go to
Jr. and
Atlanta.
sit him behind
Minnesota
Cousins
sticking
until
around, and
Cousins
with
is
this
done.
selection, having J.J. McCarthy
And then
get
they're
one
going to
more
play
pick
Michael Penix Jr.
closer
because
to them
he's
with the
medically
Bears
good and
on
ready
the
to go.
clock, the Jets after them, and there is the Vikings. But again, placing that aside, Michael Penix Jr. is going to Atlanta.
And this is a huge arm. You see Joe Flacco's name on the bottom. The way the ball spins out of his hand, it is very
This
reminiscent
is
of
a
Joe
really
Flacco
good
and
quarterback,
we talk about
y'all.
Justin Herbert just spinning
Like,
the
can
ball.
we
It
just
is
for a
ridiculous with
second,
his
like,
arm strength.
I don't
This is
know.
from the Texas
There's a
game.
lot of people that are
Attacking
down
all
on
the
Michael
top
Penix
down
Jr.
the
for
field. He can play on
reasons
top
here and there,
of the coverage.
especially,
This
you
was
know,
a question
playoff
mark.
stuff.
In the Texas game,
Michael Penix Jr. has some beautiful placement, has some beautiful strikes. He gets people looking in different directions. Like, I don't know, I'm not talking myself into this guy. I like Michael Penix Jr. a lot, but at 8 is rich. You get the 5th-year contract. I guess, you know, I don't know. Do they think that Michael Penix Jr. is going to be their quarterback in 2 years? Is that what this is?
But this is fascinating because we were talking about he's a little bit older.
Yeah.
Do you want to get him on the field? He's not getting on the field with Kirk Cousins in that contract right now.
Well, I'll tell you, when he gets on the field, all right, you said he throws a great deep ball. I would agree. He throws the best deep to intermediate pass in this draft, but it's more than just a throw. It's a pass. The ability to pass the ball with leverage down the field, when you watch him, everything is always away from the defender. We talk about 50,
I do like that about Michael Penix Jr.
His wide receivers.
Woo! This is crazy. You don't get Jaden Daniels, but you end up sticking at 8 and taking Michael Penix Jr.
He's got long arms, big hands, and he spins it as well as
I don't know. We were talking in Discord for a long time about taking a quarterback.
Nobody better in this draft.
Kurt Warner, you have the floor.
Yeah, I love what these guys are saying. You know, you don't very often take a whole lot from the combine. But one thing I took from the combine this year was Michael Penix when he threw the football, the pace by which he threw the football. Now, what does that mean? That means it's
This
firm,
is crazy.
but soft. He doesn't throw the ball through you. He throws with touch.
Yeah, we
and can
did.
change the trajectory
We
of
talked
the
about
football,
this
kinda
for
like
months.
Joel was
Like,
talking
Michael
about.
Penix
He
Jr.
can
is the
place
truth.
ball where he
But
needs
that
to
was
place
playing
the ball,
Michael
but you never
Penix
worry
Jr.
about
right off the
getting there.
bat. And this is Michael Penix Jr. sitting behind Kirk Cousins for probably 2 years. And if Kirk gets hurt, no rhyme meant there, sorry guys. Then that means that you have a guy that can come in and immediately play. Yeah, so
And for the first time in the
I'm not mad.
era,
I'm actually,
we have seen 4 quarterbacks
I don't know, I'm
selected in the
relieved.
first
I
round.
feel okay. Like, a lefty quarterback? When was the last time we had a lefty, guys?
Josh Rosen
Michael
went,
Vick.
and we came close to it when Justin Fields went in 2021, 11th overall, just like Dante Culpepper in '99. But how about that? And it isn't J.J. McCarthy, who is still on the board. as the Bears just chose at 9. They
Cole,
did not trade
you
up.
are
They chose at
something
9.
else,
The
Cole.
Jets are now on the clock right now, picking 10th overall. As
He
Minnesota's
goes,
sitting there.
watching
He
you
said,
process that pick, he
Hold.
caught me right at the
Hold.
moment.
On the Jets
I'd be
right
like,
now.
like, just,
I would call, with these 4 quarterbacks gone, I would place the call to Minnesota and say, hey, I've got people that want to come up and get the 5th guy. You got to give me something to come up one spot.
Interesting. Even if nobody
Eric
has.
is asking me if I'm going to draft Michael Penix Jr. now, since he would go great with my team. And I think with either one of my dynasty draft picks, whether that be in Cole's group or in mine, I think Michael Penix Jr. would be an amazing pick.
In the 2024 NFL Draft,
Let's see
the
Bears.
Chicago Bears select
Rome Odunze, Bears. It just boom, boom, it happened.
So the guys who came on the same flight from Los Angeles commercially are gonna
Boom, boom.
hop on Air
Caleb
McKenzie
Williams throwing to Rome
to
Odunze.
go to Chicago together. And Caleb Williams drafted first overall into an offense that already had Keenan Allen and DJ Moore.
That was awesome.
Will have Rome Odunze at his disposal.
Still trying to
this
process,
fall.
LOL.
What a windfall for the Chicago Bears. Caleb Williams 1, Rome Odunze 9.
Caleb Williams has already been throwing with Rome Odunze and Keenan Allen. Maybe he saw the future of where this thing was going. Well, you talk about
I need to get the Michael Penix Jr. highlights up now.
taking place in Chicago right now.
Remember the discussion going in. Offensive tackle. Remember Olu Fashanu played there with Caleb Williams in high
The
school.
Vikings are
Could he
on
come
the
in and
clock
fill
now.
the tackle spot?
And as Odunze walks to the floor, perhaps this might be one of the reasons why the Jets might have done what you were suggesting, although not with chicanery, but make a deal with Minnesota. Have Minnesota come up one spot because the Vikings are now on the clock as we are watching Odunze hold up his new Bears jersey.
The reason why I say that is
The Vikings are on the clock. They have traded with the Jets, and they, I think, are going to take J.J. McCarthy
here. They were
here.
going to take Cameron Wembley. We knew it. They bluffed us. We didn't care. We gave him a 6th-round pick. We ended up getting the guy we want. So I've seen this thing happen before.
So while the
So
Vikings are
do
on the
the
clock, let's take a look at
Falcons
this kid from
Yeah, I've said he's my favorite
go
player in the draft.
up
He can win
again
at
in the
line of
draft, or
scrimmage
do they
with
stay
that
with their
straight
second and third
go.
round
He's
selections?
the best contested catch guy in the entire draft. Double moves for a big player. Again, he can run small guy routes with that. Here's an example.
And
Watch him
Roma
drop this way,
Dunze
change direction,
is in
create
Atlanta
separation
already
down there in the red
for
zone.
Michael
The
Penix
definition
Jr.
for me of a number 1 receiver, when everybody in the whole stadium knows you're getting the ball on 3rd down in the red zone, you can't do
This
anything
is
about
such
it.
a relief. It's what I wanted it at the end of the day anyway, whether it was Jaden or Michael Penix Jr. I think those were my 2 favorite selections from the quarterback group. I was thinking about Pratt, but this is good. This is good. I'm actually happy.
And Michael
I'm
Penix
happy.
was just taking
It's not a wasted
Michael
pick.
Penix, Roma Dunze was the guy he always targeted to when he
I'm
needed
okay.
a play.
Wow.
Dunze,
I
80%
feel
of his
good.
production went for either touchdowns or first downs. He was open, and he was open down the field, and he was also loyal. He originally
Wild.
committed to Chris
Oh,
Peterson.
man, this
stayed
is
there
wild.
for
I
some
like
lean years,
this.
And even when Kalen DeBoer came in there, he stayed at Washington in the transfer era and became a great
don't
player.
forget his toughness. Remember what he played through with the injury last year?
So
with his,
Michael Penix Jr.,
look at what's
your number
happening
1
on the
overall
screen right
selection,
now.
is probably not going to
The
see the
Minnesota
field for
Vikings
2
are about to
years,
announce
y'all.
their
We're
pick 10th
actually
overall.
seeing
We are assuming it
the
is
team.
for JJ, as in JJ McCarthy. The Jets moving down 1 spot.
You're actually
Get a
seeing this
4th
team
and a 5th
invest
tonight.
in the future.
And they send the 10th overall
That
pick to
is
Minnesota
very
with
weird.
the 6th round selection they just got from Denver in the Zach Wilson trade. And now Justin
Madlow,
Jefferson
my
is about
guy.
to get a JJ throwing to him. And we will have 5
I'm
quarterbacks
trying
taken in
to
the
turn
first
my
10
stuff
picks.
up and
But
other things
we need
down.
to wait
Is that a little bit better?
for the moment. Here's Kaylee Hart.
That actually works for me.
Ended up on the same plane from LA to Detroit. Now you get to fly to Chicago together. What can you two
That is
accomplish?
wild, wild, wild. So the Vikings on the clock. Vine Kings.
Dairy farm in Utah, you have credited your grandfather with your work ethic. As he listens to this broadcast tonight, what do you want to say to him?
I love you, Grandpa. Thank you for all the, and I hope you enjoyed this moment as much as I did.
Congrats, Ron.
Thank you.
So the Minnesota pick is in. If it's JJ McCarthy, we will have 5 quarterbacks in the top.
So we were part of the trend of quarterbacks.
For the first time ever, and we will find out.
That is so random. That is so weird.
The man, the arena, the roast of Tom Brady live on Netflix.
Maybe Atlanta was the group
No mercy.
that was spreading rumors about. Maybe Atlanta was the group that was spreading rumors about Michael Penix Jr. falling out of the first round. Maybe that's what that was all about. I like the idea of Michael Penix Jr. being behind Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins can go out there and go make some solid play, and you don't have to worry about the future because you took a first-round guy who's going to be a little older when he actually gets to start, but if Michael Penix Jr. is who you think he is and that you think you can get out of him, then you might have one of the best quarterbacks in the entire draft. You might. It's not going to be to the level of a Caleb Williams, and maybe Drake May and Jaden Daniels are going to be more of where, a Michael Penix Jr. is going to end up, competing against as far as quality-wise. But if Michael Penix Jr. just stays healthy and plays at a good decision-making, healthy level, then you've made an incredible investment. And even if you only get about 10 years total out of the guy and he plays till he's 35, 10 years. I mean, okay, technically you're going to have him sitting at minimum for 2. So maybe you get him for 8 years. But an 8-year quarterback that helps you end up winning a Super Bowl is, that's the investment you're willing to make. You don't know what's going to happen in 8 years. So you make the investment now going, yes, Michael Penix Jr. has the talent level, undeniably was going to be the number 4 or 5 quarterback off the board based on the J.J. McCarthy versus Michael Penix Jr. crowds. And it looks like J.J. McCarthy is going to end up getting drafted here by the Minnesota Vikings. Or at least that's what it's looking like anyway. They all of the Falcons fans are heavily against the Michael Penix Jr. selection. And I can understand it because Michael Penix Jr. is going to do nothing for you for the first 2 years. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So your first round selection is an investment for hitching yourself to at least being here for another 2 years, if not 3, to see what Michael Penix Jr. does. So it's kind of like a saving grace almost to some extent. Now you got to wonder, how far will the defensive players end up falling? Because we are 10 selections in, and we haven't seen a defensive player taken yet. 10 selections in, and we haven't seen a defensive player taken yet. I told people that I don't think they're as high on Dallas Turner as people are making this out to be, and so I feel justified and vindicated. Everybody just slandered me for months and months. I was part of the Penix train before we got Kirk Cousins, and then I felt like, okay, it's redundant if we get a quarterback to put behind Kirk Cousins until a year, if not 2 years from now, because you want to try to probably start that guy sooner than later. But they're making the full investment on a Michael Penix Jr., so I can understand it. And it's a good pick. It's a good selection. So Vikings go J.J. McCarthy here. They got their franchise guy. They don't have to play him because they got Sam Darnold, so they got to wait till Darnold explodes. So that's cool for J.J. McCarthy. Yes, I know you wanted Penix, Nick. I know. Michael Penix Jr. is good. Michael Penix Jr. is good. This is not a cope, dog. This is not a cope. Michael Penix Jr. is a really good selection. It saved you from trying to just take Dallas Turner and just pretend that Kirk Cousins is going to be that guy for you without potentially getting injured. That's going to come off the wrong way for a lot of people, and I completely understand it. But the investment in the quarterback shows that this GM and this head coach and this offensive coordinator really loved Michael Penix Jr., and they felt like they can do something with Michael Penix Jr., so they got their guy. And again, I think somebody said it at the very beginning of the stream, Terry's going to go, we always were going to get this guy. He was our guy from the very beginning type deal. Michael Penix is incredibly rich at 8. incredibly rich. I think over drafting here, without question. But if it wasn't going to be 8, it was going to be literally 12, 13, 11, 12, 13. So there's a fine line between like we want an edge rusher, and it's like AK is getting better, Zach Harrison is getting better, and there's still a chance the Falcons trade up in the back half of the first round here and get themselves a guy. There's still a chance. But now you're getting into that range. I think this is going to be Olu Fashanu. But that's just me. You know, everybody said Brock Bowers. I think this is Olu. But now you got a question. Now that you're sitting here. The only quarterback that's left is Bo Nix. So Denver, are you taking Bo Nix? I mean, I'm not saying I'm not saying that Bo Nix is, their only way, but you've with Michael Penix gone, with JJ now gone, like this is it. Like this is it for y'all. Like this is your opportunity. I'll just say this. Like the more I'm thinking about it, I'm letting the gears kind of turn, and this is why I need like a co-host or something. But the more I let my gears kind of turn, the more I'm just like, I'm actually very okay with Michael Penix Jr. being here, and it's calmed me down. It's calmed me down about the future and made me go, we made an investment. I'm totally okay with the investment. I've been asking for that for a long time. Now we're finally investing in the quarterback. People are upset because we already paid $100 million to a guy, and I'm saying that guy's probably not going to be here forever. So just try to get what you can with Kirk Cousins now because you will do well with him. And if things start going downhill, well, Michael Penix Jr. is there, and he throws a pretty ball, and he throws it accurately, and he helps his team score and win games. And there are things to correct, and there's things to get better, and he will. So Fashanu goes to the Jets. Jets are now going to be there to help Aaron Rodgers this season. This is a Rodgers gotta win big for them season. So we'll see whether that continues to be their ultimate drive, their ultimate go-to and get to. As far as JJ is concerned for people, and obviously we just saw Olu Fashanu just go and things like that. This has been kind of chalk otherwise. Like the Vikings were always going to end up getting a guy, right? So, and JJ was the rumored one, and he went there. Michael Penix Jr. going to the Falcons is probably the one that's broken most people's mocks. But I'm not like, oh no, tearing up inside. And I'm not also like drinking the copium either and being like, he's amazing. He is actually pretty great. And I was talking about him a lot this offseason, and I'm really happy the Falcons did draft him. It's just a bit rich. But again, I think people were super upset with the Lindstrom pick and the AJ picks because they were just so vanilla. But you know what? Sometimes vanilla is the best flavor because you don't need to have Rocky Road and, cookies and cream and all that other stuff. Tried and true stuff, So it looks like Arthur Blank wanted a succession plan to Kirk Cousins, and they are in win now mode and don't plan on drafting in the top 20 anytime soon. They get 5-year control with Penix, and he'll learn from one of the best in the business. Yeah, hey, you know what? Yeah. that pretty much sums it up. I mean, that pretty much sums up the entire bit. So yeah. Crazy. That is nuts and crazy. So Fashanu goes. Here is Denver. Their pick is in now. I was thinking Bo Nix. I was thinking Bo Nix should probably go here. Blaze it. Come on, Doug. I would like to see Denver decide to go with some offensive line or something and build something here. But hey, man. Well, here's what I'm gonna say is this this is probably that Bo Nix pick, man. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Crystal. Snack. Oh. Still snack. Little snack? You love me, right? All right, never mind. Don't do it. It's fine. That's fine. I'll water it up, you know? So I guess you just have Cousins. Cousins go out here and sling with the group that he already has. They're pretty okay with it. They think they can win the South with it. And then I guess they're pretty okay with the defense too. Like I don't know. Like I'm the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm like, yeah, I want to hear the press conference tonight or tomorrow about Michael Penix Jr. I'm gonna need somebody to explain something. Nobody likes Michael Penix as a pick. Wow, it's crazy. Oh my gosh, that's insane. Falcons fans are twisted, dog. They do not like when you go out of the conform. They would have had the Falcons take Dallas Turner and just be done with it. That is crazy. There's no. I believe he got cleared. That's funny. I was having a discussion with Rise Up Reader earlier about Michael Penix Jr. Hey, look at us. What is happening now? Yeah, Bo Nix. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, Bo Nix to Dude, what is going on? This is like watching every mock draft I've been listening to for like the last 4 months. So here, I want to show everybody something. That way everybody gets kind of like an idea of what I'm talking about. I want to show everybody something. And maybe this has it has nothing to do with anything. Maybe it's just it's stupid to show this to you guys. But I want to show one more time like what I mean. When I say maybe we should have been on we should have been on something about this. I'm gonna zoom in on this real quick, and I just want to make sure that everybody sees it for what it is. Okay. But do you see that on the screen right there? Does everybody see that on the screen right there? That is Michael Penix Jr. at a combine visit, a private 30, a top 30 workout, and a private workout. And he's the only one like that through this whole process. I think defensively too, that's it. Yeah, there's nobody else with something like that. Quinyon Mitchell and Dallas Turner and Marshawn Nealon have multiple visits as well, but but not a workout and a 30 in a combine. So I wonder if the Falcons are going to end up seeing a guy like Nealon in round 2. I wonder. I just wonder. Pick is in for the Raiders. Brock Bowers. Oh my gosh. No way, dude. Oh my gosh. You gotta be kidding me, dude. Who's throwing? Who's throwing? Who's throwing to Brock Bowers? Wild. Wild. Absolutely stunning. Okay. Ladies and gents. Whew. All right. I am going to get myself right on out of here. Because I'm a bit on the tired side. My voice is really hurting and I can't push my voice any further. But Brock Bowers to Vegas. No defensive players have been taken yet. This is actually historic. We're watching history right now. I wonder how high Brock Bowers is going to go in fantasy mocks for Dynasty now. Ooh, a chip snack. Oh. No. Oh, okay.
I don't want to.
All right.
Your face is so disappointed.
Oh. Hmm.
I'm sorry, that's a joke.
Hmm. All right. Oh wow, there's like confetti. It's so much confetti. Brock Bowers. My left is weak. But you know whose left is not weak? Michael Penix Jr. Ow. Can't believe this draft. Me neither, dude. All right. Y'all have a blessed rest of your night.
Are you done?
My voice hurts.
Oh.
I need to take a break. It's been good. It's been great. It's been fantastic. Thank you so much for everything, y'all. But I really need to actually get off. You're going to hurt my voice. So, bless up. Rise up. I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. We'll break this down soon about Michael Penix Jr. And we'll have some videos out on him very soon. Peace, hair grease to all of y'all. Have a blessed rest of your night. Later, guys.